Hello everyone, Jeff here for Respawn Studios, back with another Layers of Fear achievement guide. This is for collecting all 16 rat drawings. The achievement is called You Might Have a Problem. And you can keep track of how many you have on the wall anytime you enter the portrait room. If you already picked up a few, you don't have to pick all of them up. You're going to get the achievement when you pick up the last one you didn't already have. And if you go to new game, it'll get rid of your data. So don't do that. If you want to replay a specific chapter, just go to the chapter select and it will still carry over all of the rat drawings you got from a previous game. So this is going to be in sequence. You saw the room we were in with the deer head and the doll in the frame. When you go to that, you fall into the basement, head toward the light, and that first rat drawing was in the wall. This is further along. We just went through the hallway with the portraits where the one is thrown off the wall. In this next bigger room, in the drawer on the right, the top drawer, is going to be rat drawing number 2. Okay, this is further along. We've just come through here, the rat cellar, the root cellar, or kind of a wine cellar, and we're entering the kitchen. You can enter the kitchen during the prologue, but this isn't there yet. So this is when you're here for the story. Before you do anything else, make sure you pick up this collectible. Otherwise, you could miss it because the story things will trigger, and I think it might mess it up. All right, further along, I think this is toward the end of chapter 2. We are in the room with the record player. You're going to have to put a record on it. But first, come over to the mirror, and the drawer on the right here has the rat drawing. You see it's empty because I had picked it up previously, but it's there. Okay, this is the, I think, very beginning of chapter 3. And in this four-way intersection, you come over to the left. There's a chained up door, kind of like Silent Hill 4. And the rat drawing is on the ground there on the right behind the vases. Okay, this is when you're in a long hallway and there's a piano and it moves 2 times. Come back down the other end of the hallway. There are 2 closets. The second closet on the left in the coat has the rat drawing. Okay, further along, we have to go in there where the blinking light is. We just came from the phone puzzle, if you know what that is. You had to keep going around the hallway and you heard the voice. It was backward. So you head back the other way. The voice is fine. You keep going. You eventually end up here. When you try and open the door, there's the jump scare. But it's kind of like a little living room here. Now, the rat drawing is under this fork. You can pick it up when it's on the ceiling, or when you turn the light on in that room, it's back to normal and you could just walk over there. Okay, a little bit further, we have to push that wood that we were just looking at out of the way to move forward. But before we go that way, come into this bathroom on the left. And if you stand by the tub for a few seconds, you'll get an audio cue and then the doll will come up. The rat drawing is pinned to the doll, but again, that was one I had already had. A little bit further beyond that is this hallway with a lot of doors with extra locks up top. The last door on the right, make sure you undo the lock up top first, and then turn on the light just to make it easier to see. And this top drawer, just inside the door on the right, is going to have a rat drawing. All right, beyond that, we are now in the basement. I'm showing you this whole sequence because if you don't hit the light switch, it's very dark. So just to make things simpler, hit that light, because otherwise you might be bumping into things that you can't see very well. You're going to head all the way almost to the back alcove there where the piano is, which you have to interact with to continue the story. But come here to the back, and there's going to be a rat drawing pinned to kind of like the garlic or whatever is hanging down here, different herbs or whatever it is. You see that's one I also had, but believe me, there was a rat drawing there. Okay, this is a small room that had baby shoes. When you pick it up, you get some of the dialogue. The room right after that has this mirror, and as you approach it, it breaks. And the rat drawing is actually right there behind where the mirror broke. Further along, we're going to encounter the child's room. You come over here to the big set of cubby holes, and the one with the 3 bears will have the rat drawing. Okay, this needs some explaining. Further along, you just did the puzzle where there were the lines, and you had to enter the code on the door for the dog, rat, or cat. When you turn around that hallway with the white door, don't go that way. That's your first instinct. Keep looking back and forth, and there's actually an extra hallway that opens up, which is where we are right now. There's a rat that's going to run under some paintings. Follow that area, and you're going to be in this room. The rat drawing is going to be in the drawer here on the right. Now, I will make a note, if you're going for all collectibles, you actually miss one. So you'd have to quit the game here. Well, not quit. You hit start, go back to the main menu, and reload the game, and you go down that original hallway to pick up a different collectible. Alright, but if you kept going the original way that we were, this is the room you come out in after where we had just gotten the previous rat drawing, where all of these things are kind of broken up, and it's in the broken part of the wall there. Alright, you see this a little bit further along. This is after we were looking back and forth at paintings, and then they close in on us, and there are the eyes. We come through a door to another 4-part hallway. You see a rat just ran by. So we're going to head to where he was running from, the door on the right, and the rat drawing, again, one I already had, was up there behind the portrait. Okay, and this will be our final one to pick up the achievement, right near the end, very end of the game. You're in that long hallway with the wheelchair. Right before you enter the bathroom, on the left, set into the wall, is the rat drawing. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you found that guide useful, and I'll be back with guides for the other collectibles soon.